everybody. I'm so sorry, you guys. Amazing to have you back. I think my Instagram just crashed. Poof, everybody was gone. But let's see if I can get Chris back. I was just going to share with you the people that I was with in the raw vegan group. Hey,
Are we back?
I did nothing. It just poof, and then I was in the begin screen of my phone.
It happens.
And my hands were here. I was magic.
Yeah. Sometimes it happens, right? I think it's just the internet gods.
Yeah, I just wanted to share about my awesome hosts that live a couple streets from here because I was on holiday. I don't know. What do you do when you're traveling constantly and making online money? I don't know. You're happy traveling. They eat now these zucchini noodles with my tomato-based sauce that I showed them how to do every single week. And I was living with them for 2 months. So it's like, you're making my thing again. Yeah. Okay, can I have some? Because and I was like, I don't have to cook today. I don't have to do nothing.
Honestly, I think everyone that finds the noodles, like raw noodles for the first time, and like raw noodles in a nice sauce becomes like a raw noodle and sauce like a holic, because it's I don't know, like I remember the first time I ever had it, I was like blown away. And I had, first I think it was a tomato-based sauce, and then I made a pesto, and like for like years that was the staple, just like having that all the time. And it's so fun because you can eat double the portion and feel twice as good, right? It's like
exactly. Yeah.
And I like big portions, so it just suits me really well.
All right. Well, at least I am not so creative because I made the names of my dressings like that as well in this sauce book.
Yeah.
Like tomato base, tzatziki base, and pesto.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Like those are the classics, right? And I mean, I think one of the cool things, I was mentioning this when I was talking with Raw Chef Yin, is, everyone who makes raw food has their own different take on it, and has their own different palate and their different way of kind of putting things together. So like I may have a tomato sauce, you may have a tomato sauce, Yin may have a tomato sauce, but they're all going to have subtle differences, right? And it's beautiful to try each of them because everyone has a little bit of a different palate, and then you get to be a little bit more creative and know what flavor accents and flavor balances you really like the most, right? Because like I like really sweet stuff. I was saying before, like for years in my chefing, I barely ever used lemon or lime like at all. And I know other people who like they use a ton of it, right? And then I started using a bunch. I'm like, wow, I really like that. Like it's fun to shift perspectives and learn from a bunch of different people and find the balances you love the most.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I love lemon and lime in my dressings, but not with everything. But it's this soury taste that can go with something sweet and something oily, and then that is just the ultimate mix.
Yeah,
like that's like the secret sauce making, actually.
Yeah, it gives a pop, right? It really does give a pop, and it can make things taste more savory, and more salty if you have some lemon in it.
Yeah, I think it does. Yeah, it does. So I'm looking at your raw sushi, like here on my other screen. And I always think every time I pass by other people's raw sushi, there's always cauliflower, a lot of the time cauliflower in it.
Yeah.
Me and blended cauliflower is just one gigantic disaster. So I make it always without. So if I was doing a cleanse, I would never recommend people to do that because it's just a bad effect on me. But what, like, am I the only one? Did you hear about this? What else would you do? Would you use? I just use lettuce.
Well, I guess first, I know some people who they really prefer to use zucchini and sometimes a mix of zucchini and parsnip. I've even done it with like shredded Napa cabbage, just like because the Napa cabbage can be a little bit dry, and then I might just do the same technique I did before with a little bit of lemon and a bit of chia, stuff like that to kind of get it a little bit sticky. So there's different, and I know people who use sprouts instead, just, use alfalfa sprouts or deli sprouts or stuff like that. I think all of that can work really well. I do know some people for sure. You're definitely not the only one who just doesn't find cauliflower to be either appealing or well digesting. Myself, I could eat like a pound or two every day, and it's like one of my favorite vegetables. I probably eat heartier vegetables like that more often than greens, so like I feel really good with cauliflower or broccoli, but other times I'm drawn to greens, whether it's romaine or celery or Napa cabbage is probably my most consistent green. I love it. Arugula, all those. But yeah, I'm getting a bit off topic, but I mean even shredded greens work really great in in a sushi, you know, and
This is cool. I just wanted to get some wild ideas about raw sushi because yeah, it's
yeah,
cool to share
I
about
know.
it. And
I know
just
Lissa, I mean, she has an awesome course in the bundle as well. But she also has a technique that she calls wet chop. And what she does, have you done that one before?
yeah, I
It's a,
know, yeah. But other
yeah,
people don't know, so share
yeah. So
it.
it's fun and credit to her, you know, and, really all you do is you loosely break up the cauliflower you're going to use. You put it in your blender and fill it up with water so that the water is just covering. And then you lightly pulse it until it just kind of comes into a little like rice-like texture. And then you just pour it out either into a nut milk bag or into a really fine strainer, get most of the water out of it, kind of squeeze it out. And then you have like pilled rice like texture from cauliflower, you know, and that works really well. It may even be, you know, like if you're not used to eating a bunch of cauliflower, but then all of a sudden you make like, you know, a pound of cauliflower rice for sushi, it can be pretty gaseous from the sulfur in there, you know,
Yeah.
being a bracha.
That what you
So
mean?
yeah. So you could instead, what you could do is if you want to experiment with it, is you could cut that down by a half or even a quarter so that you have like a small amount and then use that with say zucchini or jicama, or sprouts. And that way, you know, you do start to build up your microbiome and the different bacteria that really helps you digest those braxia foods better. And you may find
Yeah.
if you do that, then all of a sudden in a week or a month, if you do that every once in a while, that you can digest it better. And maybe, I don't know if you get toots from it, but I know a lot of people get toots. And so it can lessen the toots.
What's toots?
Toots, they're like, you know, the little farts, the
Ah,
toots, the
gas.
cauliflower toots,
Ah.
gas. Yeah.
Well, that's what makes cauliflower with me, but it's more that it's in my belly. It starts like,
Mm,
"Ooh," like, oh no, 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 I don't want
yeah.
to. But it's not that it tastes bad. I can have some cauliflower if it's with other things, but it's not really like if I would eat a whole sushi roll, like just one,
Yeah.
it would.
Ooh,
But so, do you want to know my secret? What I do
yeah.
with sushi?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, for sure.
so
Absolutely.
actually, I don't put the avocado in the middle. I use
Yeah.
the avocado to do the outside, and I
Oh,
put
cool.
other things like sprouts, like different kinds of lettuces. Like here we have like 6 kinds of organic lettuces. I have no idea all the names in all the languages, but I just
Mhm.
make the very thin stripes,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Strips.
then mix it up with the avocado so it stays straight, and then roll that up, and then put inside tomato or paprika or something else.
So the lettuce becomes the wrap instead of using nori.
The avocado with the lettuce.
So the lettuce, but the strips of the lettuce are kind of mashed with the avocado, or explain this a little more. Yeah.
Yes. So you put your nori down, and then
Mhm.
in a separate bowl, you mash up or cut little pieces of the avocado
Mhm.
with stripes
Mhm.
so of lettuce. And
Yeah.
then you use the avocado with stripes of lettuce to
Yeah.
spread it out so
Yeah.
it's nice and strong. And then I put other things inside. So like a row of paprika in the next roll, I make a row of tomato in the next roll. I put mango with
I was just thinking
zucchini.
mango. That's so good.
Yeah, I love my sushi usually has mango, and sometimes I don't. I'm missing something. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, we didn't put mango in today because there's no mangoes here right now.
You're making me want to make sushi right now, but I think I have
Uh-oh.
what day? I think it might
Uh-oh.
be
But
tomorrow or the next day. Yeah, the next day I'm making sushi, but I already have planned, I think, a plan. But I'm gonna make sushi the way you're mentioning sometime just to try that out. That sounds really good.
yeah. Well, I have the regular sushi kind in my book, like the regular cauliflower mashup. But
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it later because I'm looking at this one for like.
I have a whole
this
bunch of mangoes, but none of them are ready yet. I'm excited for them to ripen up.
Yeah, this one, I think this one's gonna be tomorrow. No, maybe the next day. I'm looking forward to it. So
You,
yeah,
you,
cool. I'll be making tomorrow. I'll be making raw ratatouille.
oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I was like, okay, I got all these ingredients for sure,
Mm.
and I never made this, so I'm gonna make somebody else's recipe, and
Where's
that would
that
be
one from?
amazing.
Whose book is that one in?
Yeah. Sometimes I don't want to make a mistake here. Huh?
Well, someone asked a couple questions, but I'm scared to scroll and see them. I think someone
Yeah,
says
I saw
Chris.
too. It says I'm gonna have a raw sushi party today from Earth to Earth. And it says, Lisa Marie says, Chris, how do you plan your meals on your calendar?
You know, for myself, like I usually just buy a whole bunch of the foods that are like either on sale or look really amazing. So like, for example, right now I got loads of bananas, loads of oranges. I bought a bunch of Napa cabbage. I bought some cauliflowers. I bought some mushrooms. And because I then have like a bunch of a few things, I kind of know the meals I'm going to be eating for the rest of the week. And then the next time I shop, I might kind of change it up. So for me, I often eat like, you know, it might be like between 3 to 7 meals, like different meals spread throughout that week. And so a bunch of those are repeated, right? Like I might have the same or very similar lunches or breakfasts, you know, 3 or 4 or 5 days of the week. But then the next time I shop, it might be a little bit different. And then that way I'm changing it up, and it really simplifies it for me. I love food. I love making different dishes, but a lot of times I just like the simplicity of having like the same thing, you know, for at least a few days in a row. And then I kind of get a little tired of it, and I'm like, all right, time to change it up. And luckily the seasons and the grocery stores kind of facilitate that anyway.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah. So the raw ratatouille, I looked it up, is from Melody.
Oh,
Melody.
nice. Yeah.
Melody.
I'm
Yeah.
interviewing her later today
Yeah.
on her book.
So her name's The Raw's Delights on Instagram.
Yeah.
So we agreed to share recipes from each other. So I think that's really cool. So I'll be trying that tomorrow and show you on the video for people
Nice.
who want to come back tomorrow. I find your talk about meal planning quite interesting. It's a common question, and actually I plan my meals while shopping because I see, okay, this is like good price, good quality, or really good quality, really cheap. I'm like, okay, I eat zucchinis the whole week because they're like they're young, they're just, you can just see they took them out this morning, and you know, like, okay, I'll be having zoodles all the week. And indeed, just like you, when the first day my tomato sauce was really good, maybe, okay, tomorrow I add pineapple, then the day after I add, instead of pineapple, I add mango, the day after, and I add black grapes instead of that. So then I'll have a different flavor, but it's almost the same, and then I'm good. And it's not complicated, you know, it's like something you know how to make. You can do it fast, it's delicious and enjoyable. It's not like a book with recipes that you have 5 ingredients that you never heard of, and you have to go to 5 supermarkets because in each one they only have one. You know, that this kind of shopping is not really suitable for my life right now. But occasionally I do, like I want to make something good. But while shopping, making the plan is really good. And I love simple. I love 3 ingredient sauce. And sometimes they have colored carrots, right?
Those are
like
fun.
3 colors, like purple and white and
the yellow.
And
those are beautiful.
I'm like, okay, cool. And then oh my God, they're organic. They're on, like, they never have them. They're like organic. Okay, nice price. And then I make up a sauce that goes with that, and I'll be eating that the whole week for my dinner. And the other meals, I eat fruit. And you eat other meals?
Yeah, most of my meals are fruit or vegetable based, and sometimes they're a bit of a mix of both. Because like for example, and it's kind of falling in line with what you just said too. You know, for a while I was making, you know, curries at night. You know, like I'd have basically fruit for breakfast or just fruit for lunch, and then sometimes fruit before dinner, and then like a curry at dinner. But tomatoes have got really expensive, so I've stopped kind of buying tomatoes, or at least not much of them. And I've been buying a lot of citrus as the citrus season is starting to slowly kind of wane out, right? And really still enjoying, I love citrus. So instead of tomato-based curries, I've been making orange-based curries, and I love them. Holy cow. Like I've had some in the past, but like I've pretty much like, I don't even want the tomatoes. I just want orange-based curries right now, you know, and they're really, really delicious. But I think it's fun to mix it up. And it's funny because when you do kind of have in mind when you go shopping, like, okay, well, I kind of want to make these kind of dishes. Like maybe you've looked through some recipe books if you're not really, don't have a lot of your own recipes or a ton of experience in the recipes you really love already. Well, you go through the recipe books, you get a kind of an idea, get a whole bunch of ingredients. And then as the days go along, the stuff that's getting ripe, it will tell you like, hey, I need to be eaten. And then all of a sudden like, okay, well, I don't know what I'm going to eat today. You look at your stash, you're like, well, I guess it's bananas for lunch, and it looks like it's going to be this pineapple for dinner. And what do I want to make with pineapple? Well, maybe I'll make, some salsa, or maybe I'll make like a pineapple curry, or maybe I'll make whatever, right? Like, there's so
Yeah,
many different options, but
yeah.
sometimes your food just tells you what needs to be made anyway.
Yeah, this sounds so cool to me. I mean, I made 3 recipes in my book because I had so many mandarins here. Like we had
Yeah,
organic mandarin, and
so
I
good.
like them. But at some point, I was done with eating them, and I actually wanted to juice, but I didn't have a juicer, so I
Mhm.
decided to blend them. Like if
Yeah,
you blend them, well, you can maybe put something in it, make it a little bit thicker, and pour them over your vegetables, or
so good.
pour them. So in the end, I ended up doing that a lot as well. Now I'm kind of done with citrus, and now
Yeah.
it's now April. I've been eating almost only oranges for 3 months, and now they don't look attractive anymore.
It's beautiful though, right? That's how Mother Nature works. It's like so much abundance. Like here you go, like so much abundance, and then by the time you're kind of like thank you, but I'm kind of done here. It's like, all right, well here's this new abundance. Like here you go, and like
Yeah, I
it.
can't wait for watermelon season,
Yeah,
right? Now watermelons are coming from Morocco. I want them.
yeah, yeah. It's
Soon,
gonna
soon.
be
Maybe I'm too soon. Then there's strawberries here now everywhere.
yeah. We don't.
That's
I just saw the first like fresh, really good looking strawberries just this last time I went shopping. And I'm pretty lucky. I mean, it seems to me that the markets here, they get year round pretty decent quality of almost anything you want. But some stuff obviously jumps out, whether it's the price or just like the flavor being exceptional when it's really in season
mhm.
closer to home. But I'm getting to that time too, where like I've had a lot of citrus. I'm still really enjoying it, but I am excited for the peaches and the mangoes to become even more abundant, which the mangoes are slowly starting to come in here from Mexico, which is kind of far away, but they're really good quality.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh,
yeah.
we're getting them from Africa, some countries in Africa.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but maybe in Netherlands and oh, now I'm in Spain, but even here sometimes I think the relationship with South Africa
Yeah.
and some surrounding countries must be really good because the prices are really good and the quality is
Well,
really. If I look in, I
it's
look.
just right there, right? Just boom with the ship, right?
Yeah, I think it's maybe they have good relationship. I don't know, but I see all these different kinds when for example, grapes too.
Yeah. Yeah.
They have grapes there now, and
Yeah.
then you see grapes. Peru, no.
Yeah.
Cambodia, no. South Africa, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know that even when they're in a box, you cannot try them, or in the supermarket they don't like you trying the grapes. Huh? The market you can get away with that.
I usually find at least the markets I'm going to, if I ask them, then they're okay with it. But it's funny. When I was in Italy, because I was traveling through Italy, and one time, especially when I was in Venice, I tried to ask for something, and like I even tried to just touch something, and he like got really mad. It was like, "Get out
Oh
of here!" And
wow.
like I'm like, "All right, I'm never buying from you." Like, to me, that's part of the experience is to be able to test, especially if you're buying like because I usually like to buy a minimum of 4 pounds. Like when I'm shopping, I like to get at least minimum one full meal of one fruit, and usually like 4 to 10 meals. So like usually I'm really buying at least 10 to 20 pounds of any one product at a time. And if I'm going to buy that much, I want to make sure it's
Yeah.
good, right? So I usually ask and like, hey, I'm going to
Yeah,
buy a box of
totally,
grapes. Please
totally.
taste it.
Yes, totally. If I have a good market, I know I shop 70 kilos. That's
Yeah,
10 kilos a day if you count for a week.
yeah.
And people look at me with all my boxes like, where's she going? What are you doing?
That's your gym, right? It's like, oh, I'm kind of doing two things. I'm doing my
Hey,
gym for the week, and then I'm also doing, yeah, Dan, what's up? And then I'm also getting all my food, right? And
yeah. So then it's nice. He's got this gourmet looking food. That's so crazy. Love that you joined to see our dog.
I want to try
But
out
people,
his tater tots. Those look pretty crazy because I used to love Mexi fries from Taco Time in Canada, the States, wherever. But yeah, he has some raw vegan tater tots, which are like little
okay.
kind of potato nuggets, but not potatoes, of course.
Oh wow, I'll have to check them out. I know, it's like food art. Oh yeah, we have to say that it's enzyme. People, if you see that, it's
Yes.
enzyme 333.
Yeah, he's
He's
also in the bundle, so he has an amazing book in there as well.
yeah. Just want to mention that. So Okay, guys, if you like our video, you can do like this.
Yeah, give us a heart.
You give us a heart. We know you're there, even if you're late. Hi, naturopath. See, I so like with people. You know they're listening. I love that. So if you have
Oh,
any
my hair is
questions,
so bad. I didn't even notice. How embarrassing. My hair is crazy. Oh, no.
Yeah, well, now you got braids, so it is a braid making. Well, I can make you 101, but it takes some time.
Yeah. Not another time.
Yeah, or like these. You're now in Sweden, right? I can make these Viking things.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know those were Viking things. I do this. Sometimes I just bring the braids together and braid it into like a necklace.
Oh, yeah.
One of my favorite things for bed.
I always get tangled up if I braid them before sleeping. I wake up with this knot in my back. That's
Oh, no.
Of knots, and then I sleep
There we
with
go.
my hair loose like this. I like it the best.
It's my sleepy one.
Oh,
Sleep
cool. So cool. Yeah, you have not cut your hair since I saw you, because it's like way longer.
Yeah, it's been a while. I got a little trim, I think like 6 months ago, but often it's like 6 months to a year before even a trim. And usually when I get a trim, I'm just trying to cut off the dead ends, you know? So,
Yeah. I need one, I guess. Mine is over here. I'm trying to be the mermaid.
yeah, it's fun, right?
I'm going for the mermaid look. I'm almost there. People keep
Yeah.
saying 2 more centimeters every time I try.
The Little Mermaid, is that from, no, it's from Denmark, isn't it?
The mermaid.
Yeah, the original story.
The mermaid look is a women thing, you know?
Yeah.
Comes over your breasts.
Yeah, just covering.
You can do like that, and then you can walk like semi-naked like this. And you're
Then
like,
you can do risky photos on Instagram and get loads of likes because you're just barely covering.
I don't know. I have a photographer who likes, he likes me to model, but I don't put I only put the like clothes, the decent photos on my profile. I don't put like the half naked photos on my Instagram.
I've only done a few.
I keep them for me. I mean, like, I like to try it. For me, I like to try out this modeling because it's nice for me to see the light, how you can play with light, and it's same as making photos for the book. Actually, now I'm the model instead of my food being the model. I really enjoy that. I'm sure I'm not the best, but I really enjoy that.
Well, that's the most important thing anyway.
Oh, we get some answers. Thank you, Naturopath. He says we're funny.
Oh, thank you.
It's from Hans Christian Andersen. The mermaid look?
Oh, and probably the original book.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah. I remember seeing,
you can also do Leia hair, says Watermelon online.
I thought I was in Copenhagen and they had like a mermaid statue talking about the original story of the mermaid and stuff like that. The Little Mermaid. Yeah. I think it was in Copenhagen. But
there's also one in the Netherlands in the Efteling. But did I go to Copenhagen? No. But I did see an original mermaid statue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the thing is, if you travel so much and you see like all the important things in the world that you don't remember anymore, what important thing was where? And then you realize, it was never important in the first place.
Yeah.
I already knew that, but still it was fun.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of the important stuff, it's not on paper. You don't really need to remember it too much, right?
Yeah. Well, in the Efteling in Netherlands, there is a mermaid statue, and the Efteling it's not a theme park. It's got a theme. The theme is fairy tales in general, and it creates a new world, but it's only this world. And it's not like Disney or like when you have just a fake cardboard. It's real. They really use masonry and tiles and beautiful construction materials to make a pretty buildings, and everything works. So if you ever come to Netherlands, it's really worth a visit.
I definitely want to. I mean, I've been to what's it called? The main one that everyone talks about, Amsterdam. I've been there only for a few nights as I was going from Italy all the way up towards back to Denmark and stuff like that. And I really enjoyed it. You know, I was there for a couple nights, and it was pretty crazy. I walked around everywhere, you know, just experienced everything. You know, didn't experience everything, but checked out everything. It was pretty crazy place. But I'd like to explore more of it, you know, absolutely, you know, so.
It's a world city. Yeah, Amsterdam is a capital. So it's the big place where the airplanes come, gigantic. I think it's got this same vibe when I was in New York, when you go to Manhattan, and especially the meat district. It's like you're in Amsterdam. I thought it was so funny. It was like the same vibe. Then I went to Prague. I love
Prague.
Yeah, Prague.
So beautiful.
And all these big cities, they have everything. Everyone is unique, but they have this sort of capital city vibe, you know, like international thing. Really, really cool. So we can visit Watermelon online, because she says there's a fairy tale park very near. So where is this fairy tale park? What's your name, Watermelon online? I would love to know that. Maybe
it's kind of fun. This actually kind of made me think too, you know, like just like fairy tales, or you know, like just like tales and stories and stuff, and just like recipes, you know, oftentimes many different places claim them, you know, like, you know, because so many different people, it's kind of that like 100 monkeys effect, right? Like whether it's a recipe or whether it's a folklore, a lot of people in different places have similar kind of things that start to kind of mix and mingle, and then you never know exactly 100% for sure where they came from, because a couple of different people are claiming them. You know, like I often think like pierogies or like cabbage rolls, you know, like I know at least 2 or 3 or 4 different countries claim them as their recipes, you know, and somebody might be saying that, you know, what I'm saying is heretic because their country definitely is the one that came with it, right? But it's kind of a funny thing.
And how about sauerkraut? I mean, sauerkraut.
So many places,
it's
right?
It's German. I mean, sauerkraut. It's a German word.
It could, but I've also heard like of other countries, Poland and other places claim that they had it first. You know, I don't know for sure, and I'm not a food history buff though, so I could be mistaken, and there could be like a definitive place, you know, for a lot of these.
Yeah. So let's just decide it's designed on Earth.
Yes. Well,
I love that.
I mean, but maybe it's not. Maybe it was brought to us from another alien culture, you know?
Yeah, maybe it was. Maybe we got inspired by another alien culture. We never know.
Never know. You never know for sure.
Yeah, cool. I see we're already talking for an hour. Ours is already up. But I love talking with you so much. I never prepare anything, and then there's so much to talk about. Yeah,
there's always endless stuff to talk about. And I think when things just come up in the moment and chatting with people, that's a lot of fun. I mean, obviously there's a time and place for like really structured stuff, but I often find it's the most fun when you're just kind of just shooting off the cuff and having fun.
Well, I would really enjoy talking to you again and seeing you live. And it's so much better than waiting 5 days for an email.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true.
But I appreciate the answers on email anyway. But I love to see and connect with you. And if you find time or inspiration or good feeling about coming to the Fruit Festival for these 5 days, more than happy to host you. And just see how it goes.
I'm blessed by that. Let's definitely connect over the emails, and I'll make sure not to take 5 days. I'll do my absolute best. And we're going to be soon on my Instagram as well, right? So
yes, we will be back. You're looking at your schedule.
Yeah, trying to look at my schedule just to make sure what day that we are back on here.
Tomorrow. No.
Is it tomorrow?
Yeah.
Why? Oh, there we go. It's because I accidentally didn't put it on there. That's why it's over here. So yes, tomorrow at 4 p.m. PST. Or no, which time is it?
Same time.
Same time. Yeah.
I made it simple for me that the people I meet them another day at the same time. I thought that's so easy to say. It's the same time, and then you know, and people know, and I know that one is not, and it was all confused.
Yeah. No, it's too easy to confuse. It's much better to make it simple like that. Yeah, it was funny. I wrote up this entire sheet, right? And somehow I forgot one, and it was that one. So I had to write it in, but I didn't have it written properly. So I'm gonna have to make sure.
I'll see you tomorrow, 4:30 again.
Absolutely, on my Instagram live.
You'll host us?
Yeah, I'll host us and we'll have another
Cool.
chat going a little bit different into different topics.
Cool. I will do my best in this video, and I hope the other one got archived, but I think
It might be gone, but we'll
since
see.
Instagram crashed,
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, I made a really nice preview, and I'll do my best to share it so that everybody can watch it from your channel or mine.
Yeah.
And for everybody watching, I want to say thank you very much for coming and joining us. And please check out the Raw Vegan bundle with all our awesome 35 courses and books. If you like it, if you don't like it, it's also okay. If you like it but don't want to buy it, yeah, too bad. You have a few more days to think about it. But
yeah.
Anyway, on the second page, there are all the live videos. And I just want to say that you can sponsor the person that you like by choosing their link. So every one of us got their own link, and yeah, you can choose what you want. And we will see Chris back tomorrow.
Excited for it. Absolutely. Thanks so much for having me on, Wendy. Always a pleasure as well. And I hope you have an awesome rest of your day there too.
Yes, I will. Maybe I will add just a little thing for naturopath and watermelon online. If you guys want to continue your talk of sharing your awesome fairy tale park, which I'm guessing is in Germany, I would love to know. So maybe you can connect to each other or send us a private message with all this information, because if we close the video, everything's gone that you wrote.
Yeah,
so
it's true. It's too bad.
Online, share your awesome fairy tale park with us in the post or in the private talk.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame that it doesn't. It'd be fun if it kept all the chat somewhere, you know, like maybe not even the main comments, but like the live chat was like another button. That'd be really cool.
Yeah,
I gotta
does
write
that in
Instagram.
YouTube, huh? It stays when you do YouTube live. It keeps the chat, but here it doesn't.
Yeah.
Well,
Silly
that's
Instagram.
okay. If you guys have any questions for tomorrow, feel free to send them over or keep a post so that we can answer them tomorrow.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, Wendy.
Have
I'll
a
see
good
you
day.
tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.